Week 11 pick'ems.
Bum.
YouTube Ozic going. The Go Nows is back. We're back with Week 11 pick'ems here every Tuesday night, picking every single NFL game, even in the playoffs. The Week 10 winner of the official picks league was Ken Trent. Clasher man, clap it up. His picks in this video. If you win the week in that league, link pin in the comments. You're the guest picker the next week. There is the
What's his name again?
Ken Trent, Clasherman.
Go with two first names?
Well, he's Ken Trent. Goes by Clasherman 44. There's the leaderboard. There's our leaderboard.
Who would go by their gamer tag? What a dork.
He's like, that's his gamer tag? How do you know it's his gamer tag?
No, I mean, I'm saying that because my name is based off a gamer tag I had, you know?
Well, okay. Thursday night football, the Jets and the Patriots. The Patriots wearing those rivalry uniforms. Hey, Thursday night gets weird. It's not going to get weird in this one. I'm taking the Patriots, and I'll add something extra. It's going to be a snot pounding, I think. The Jets did win 2 in a row. It's Thursday night. Watch out for the Jets. But Breece Hall's tearing it up. I mean, we can clap it up for Breece Hall. I mean, he's kind of carrying this team, but I mean, he's going to have to play against an elite run defense this week. So I don't know. They're going to make the Jets uncomfortable. I don't trust their defense. I trust Drake May to dice up the Jets, win big at home in the crazy uniforms on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any breakdown besides Jets suck, Patriots are nice.
And they won 2 in a row, man.
They still suck.
Patriots are good, though. Number 3 in the power rankings. Who would have thought?
If you're the Jets, do you want to be winning?
No. They're trying to win.
No, but if you're the Jets, do you want to be winning right now?
And I'm telling you, they're trying to win.
No, I'm not saying what they're trying to do. What would you want to do?
I mean, it's hard for me to go out and say at this, in week 10, week 11, go out and lose on purpose.
I'm not saying lose on purpose.
No, it's a trap. You're trapping me here.
Gotcha.
I want to know if I'm the Jets organization, I want to know for sure if Aaron Glenn's the guy or not. So I want him to go full out so I can get a true evaluation if he's the guy or not. Does that answer? I hope so. Pete, you're up.
Yeah, you got to go with the Patriots. I want that Mike Vrabel guy. Who would have thought that guy can coach?
Yeah, everybody.
Except Amy Adams Strunk.
How many years was he out of the league?
1.
Didn't he work for the Browns front office or something like that?
He was he was a coach, but
was he a
he was
coach?
an advisor.
Yeah. One of those. Yeller is going with the Patriots. Yeller doesn't have any special takes for us this week. He just got straight picks. A little disappointing, but the Week 10 winner, the guest picker, is going with the Patriots. He's got some takes. Ken Trent. Patriots over the Jets in a dominant win. So maybe he's leaning ass-beating or snot-pounding there. Does anybody know, either of you know what his icon is?
It's a fox?
No, what is it, though? It's a football club in England. I was testing you guys to see if Wolves.
Interesting.
Wolverhampton.
I guess it is a wolf, yeah.
It's the city or the town is Wolverhampton, so they go by wolves. I thought maybe one of you would know that. I'm not a huge European football guy. I had a phase. Remember, I had a little phase, but yeah. I'm a little out of the loop on all the other sports. I've been so locked in with football that I've kind of been a little out of the loop, but all right. You guys had nothing to add whatsoever there.
What?
Well,
what do you mean?
I was expecting a little.
Jets.
All right, I'm sorry. Oh!
It doesn't get better here.
In Spain, Madrid, Commanders, Dolphins. Commanders, they're a little stinky right now, and they're a little banged up, too. The Dolphins, I mean, they just shellacked the Bills. Not only did they beat the Bills, they handled business. They stood on business out there. It was in Miami. I don't know why I'm talking like it was away.
Anthony Weaver and McDaniel, the chest bump.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel. Did they check him for pec injury after that? Is he okay? And you just see Mike McDaniel pull next to he drove up to the Bills bar in Miami. He's just looking out there. He saved his job. He saved his job. He's not losing his job. But this is kind of a Dolphins thing. They look
total move right here.
Then they lose after that.
But you can say this about a bunch of teams. Like I don't know what's going on these last 2 weeks. I'm falling off on these picks, but
It's a weird year.
You can't get a read on any of these freaking teams.
What's your read on this one, bro?
I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins. I think. I think McDaniels is coaching for his job, and he's got a little fire in his gut. I think
It's not Gannon.
I think the Commanders.
Maybe him and Gannon get together.
I think the players on the Commanders are giving up a little bit. I think they're losing hope this year after last year having such a great season with Jaden Daniels being out.
It's a hot name.
A lot of the injuries, a little bit. A lot of the injuries happening with them. I think they're giving up a little bit. That defense is stinky.
Yeah, this is, like we said, this is kind of a move the Dolphins would, and especially anything can happen in Spain, overseas, anything could happen. It'd be a Dolphins move to lose. And Mariota's playing all right. I think they'll score some points. Dolphins could shit the bed at any time. So I was considering the Commanders, but then you factor in a couple things here. There's a lot of injuries on top of them playing bad. Now Daron Payne is suspended. He's their best defensive lineman. He's their best run stuffer. They got to play Achane. Yeah. And we knew Marshawn Lattimore.
What are your thoughts on the video, though?
I didn't see the video. What happened?
Him punching St. Brown or St. Brown?
St. Brown, jabbed at
he should have got flagged.
Before
St. Brown definitely should have got flagged.
But I love the comments, the Lions fans, it was nothing. A punch is a punch, though. If you throw any type of punch,
let the record show
you should get ejected from the game.
St. Brown, I don't think St. Brown. It probably should have been flagged, maybe ejected. But let the record show, I don't think St. Brown should be suspended for that.
No,
I don't know if Payne should be. It was a full-on punch, but I've seen that and no suspension. Yeah. So it's they're a little inconsistent.
Both them out of the game, but back this week.
Maybe the NFL doesn't like the Commanders right now. They wanted to suspend Luvu. And they overturned. Whatever. Anyways, I was considering the Commanders be an upset win. They're only underdogs by 2.5, but no Daron Payne. They're already without Jane Daniels, Terry McLaurin, but defensive side, they're already without Lattimore, and now Trey Amos, their rookie corner that I think's a stud. He's a little inconsistent. He's out. They got no one left. The defense is horrendous, and we talked about it perfectly, broke it down last week. The Commanders struggle specifically with underneath plays, if you want to get more specific, runs on the outside. So I'm like, Gibbs is going to destroy them because Gibbs might be the best running back in the NFL, specifically in those scenarios. If you had to pick another running back in those scenarios that you would just love to have on your team, name one. Devon Achane. Here you go. Terrible matchup for the Commanders. Give me the Dolphins, but I could see them blowing it. Let's just say that.
This has to be the first time the Tank for Tua Bowl actually Tua's in it.
Ooh.
Which is kind of crazy.
Neither team's tanking for Tua, though.
No, I know. But this when that happened a few years ago when we had that, it was this exact matchup. But what's weird is, though, you can't – this is a tough look for the league, sending this game to Spain. It's a tough look. You're not really giving them anything spectacular to watch. I'm taking the Dolphins.
He's taking the Dolphins. You said off record this was the toughest game to pick for you?
Yeah, this is a tough one because both teams kind of stink.
Is it Sunday night? The Sunday night game is the toughest game to pick on the year for him. There's a couple other tough ones. I might have some upsets in this one. We'll see.
I think Pete has a good point. When you watch the Commanders, it does look like looks like they're giving up a little bit.
Little stinky.
It's more of an effort thing. It's like, you could be down all these players, but you still got to be trying. And if you're like the Jets are trying. And it's like
effort. We'll talk about effort a little bit later too.
Oh, okay. All right. I can't wait.
We're spending a lot of time in this game, but part of the game here, it does matter. Both sides, the Dolphins and Anthony Weaver, they changed all kinds of stuff last week on defense. They were confusing the hell out. You could see Josh Allen and the Bills were confused. So that's a factor. But Dan Quinn said he's taking over coaching the defense of the Commanders, and Dan Quinn's a really good defensive coach, so they could possibly have different looks and throw off Tua and the Dolphins. So that could be a massive factor in this game. But Old Yeller is taking the Dolphins. I was for some reason thinking as I read that he was taking the Commanders.
What about our Englishman?
Englishman.
He's got I read that wrong. He has the Dolphins. So everybody, Clasherman, Trend, he's got the Dolphins. Keep the momentum going to beat the Commanders. The Dolphins keep the momentum going to beat the Commanders. There you have it.
Did you bring the smelling salts?
No.
Ooh, I could go for some.
You didn't let me know.
I'm not even kidding.
Oh,
that night that you had me smell the smelling salts in the middle of the night, I smelled them. I could smell them. It felt like it was trapped in my very slight.
Well, first of all, there's a problem with what you said there. You said that I made you.
You made me.
I didn't make you do anything.
You made me. All right. The normal. Panthers, Falcons. The Panthers were starting to look better, and they lost to the Saints. Embarrassing effort from the offense. It's just embarrassing. Generally, lose to the Saints. The Falcons are blowing games they should win. They're putting together a little bit of a losing streak here. The last time these two teams played, an embarrassing outing for the Falcons. The Panthers absolutely shellacked them, both sides of the ball, but especially their defense gave Michael Penix. He still has nightmares about it. That's what I heard. Still has nightmares about it. So that makes you want to say.
Then they let Tyler Shuck just dice him up.
Not really.
Not really,
the
though.
Panthers' defense is good.
It's funny.
Because the last outing, it makes you want to say it's a terrible matchup for the Falcons. The Panthers are going to win, but I'm going to take the Falcons this time around. The issue with the Falcons is their offense is inconsistent, so they got to be a little more consistent here. But the run defense, it's the only thing wrong with. They're getting more pressure right now. I like their guys in the secondary. They got some playmakers. Obviously with their safeties, especially and Terrell, their star corner. But they got to stop the run. Much better against Rico Dowdle, and Penix has to play better. But they'll learn from the last time around. The Falcons, if they play like they did the last 2 weeks. I mean, at the same time of being pathetic that they couldn't pull those games off when things went their way, but if they play like that, they'll beat the Panthers, so I'm going to take the Falcons in this one, this time around, even though they got shellacked last time.
Yeah, I'm feeling a good old split with this one. So give me the Falcons. They seem to play better at home, too. And the Panthers play worse on the road, even though they just lost at home to the Saints. Somehow, once again, I don't know what's going on these last 2 weeks.
Give me the Panthers.
Ooh, Junior.
I like what the Panthers are doing.
Is it because you have the same color?
In that picture, I was wearing my Panthers hat. Big Panthers guy.
That's a Ray's hat. I could see the Ray.
All right.
I could see the Devil Ray.
All right.
You're Ray.
Ray was in the videos last week. But, yeah, no, I don't know. Like you said, the Falcons are so inconsistent. It's so wild. That's like two different teams. You never know who's going to show up. I still like the Panthers because the Panthers have beat good teams this year. That's what I keep. They're going through losing weird games, but they're wins. They're beating good teams.
I think Bryce Young is stinky.
Their offense, I can't trust. I love their defense this year, but I just cannot trust their offense right now. Fun fact, fun comment for you guys in the power rankings. I moved the Panthers, so they just lost to the Saints, right? 17-7. I moved the Panthers down one spot because there's other bad teams behind them. One spot, and I had a Panthers fan. I'm assuming a Panthers fan comment that they said they unsubbed for my bias anti-Panthers.
Oh, boy.
Did you want me to move them up after that Saints loss?
We'll smell you later.
Smell you later. Yeller has the Falcons, and Mr. Trent has
Gary Trent.
the Falcons in Trent.
Trend.
Has the Falcons win in a close one.
Wait, what?
What? You said
It's not
Trend.
Trent?
no.
Trend.
Oh.
Now you got it. Clasherman, 44.
The Clasherman.
So only one guy, that guy, on the Panthers, even though they shellacked the Falcons last time. That could be a good one to pick by yourself. I'm more confident than I should be. Not that I'm guaranteeing anything, but a little more confident than I should be in the Falcons here. But it's weird. I think they're playing better at the same time of choking games. I don't know. Oh, Bucks, Bills. I mean, this is supposed to be a heavyweight matchup, maybe a Super Bowl preview. I think earlier in the year we thought like this maybe is the Super Bowl preview. But both teams, I mean, the Bills were pretty good 2 weeks ago against the Chiefs, but they just blew it against the Dolphins. The Bucks are getting a little cold. I will add, the Bucks kind of do this every year. They have a stretch. The Bills kind of do it too. They have a stretch, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're going. They start beating good teams. So could this be now for the Buccaneers? This is a tough one here. This is a good one. I almost want to say the matchup favors the Bucks because I guess this doesn't apply to last week because Travion Henderson ran pretty well, but it was mainly just a few super long explosive runs here and there. But typically, the Bucks stop the run very, very well. And the Bills, it feels like we've talked about, they're kind of relying on the run game being a big part, like really in the game to win games right now. It's really weird because they have a star quarterback. So if the Bucks, like they typically do, slow or stop that run, boom, they're already in position, and I feel like anyone could. The Bills' defense isn't bad by any means, but I feel like the Bucks could score on the Bills. So right there, then and there, the matchup favors the Bucks. They could win. But this game being in Buffalo, I know it's not going to be freezing this week, but it might be a little chilly. Really changes things, and they're wearing the throwbacks. I'm leaning Bills purely off home field advantage here. I think bouncing back after that loss, they know they got to fix some things. They're at home, and I got to go Bills literally because they're at home. And they beat. I'm still got that Chiefs game in my mind. They're at home. They beat a heavyweight. They maybe can do it again here and bounce back. If this was, it would never be in a neutral site. But just to make a point, if this was in a neutral site, I would take Tampa Bay. I think the matchup favors them. I'm going to go Buffalo here.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills as well. This is one of those. I still think it's going to be one of the game that we kind of looked forward to. I think that Baker rises to this kind of occasion. He's not. Even though his team is struggling a little bit, he's not going to let that change anything about this game. This is an important game. This is one of those games you kind of know where you're stacked up on for the year. You're playing a team that's going to both teams potentially make the playoffs. And, I mean, you got to come out and play.
If you could see the future and you gave me like a hint, like, hey, this game's going to be a shootout, but I'm not going to tell you who won. I would actually say you would think Bills, but I would actually say the Bucs win that if it's that much of a shootout. Their offense been both offense been a little inconsistent, but I'm very curious if this ends up like a crazy shootout or not. We know it has potential to be, but Pete, your turn.
I'm taking the Bills. I was going to take the Bills. Kind of same thing you were saying, like the home team I was really going to ride with here. I mean, both teams are really inconsistent right now. They're, like you said, they're slumping a little bit. One of them's going to probably get going. One might get going in a little bit here, but I don't know. You never know with the Bills. I feel like they've been all over the place this year. I know the Bucs have been decimated with injuries. The Bills, I feel like have been relatively healthy this year. I know on defensive side of the ball they've had some injuries, but
linebacker, interior defensive line.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just really weird. They come out, beat the Chiefs, and then they lose to the Dolphins in a pretty bad fashion there. And now, like, what are you going to get in this one?
And the Dolphins one makes it interesting because they never lose to the Dolphins. Dolphins have had way better teams, and the Josh Allen Bills just hammer them every time, it feels like. So for them to get hammered by the Dolphins, it's saying something. Do they add Brian Daboll to the staff? I feel like they gotta, right? By the end of the year? We'll see. I don't know. Yeller is taking the Bills. What about the guest picker, Mr. Trent?
He's got the Bucs.
He's got the Bucs.
Squeaker of the week as Baker leads Tampa to a win.
We got the Bucs. We got the Bucs.
No, we have the Bills.
Oh,
that's a good lone wolf pick over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
good lone wolf pick. Taking the Bucs. I'm glad somebody did it.
All right, next game.
Okay,
All
Texans,
right.
The Titans are off the bye. The bye week does wonders for teams. I'm taking the Texans. The Texans are playing they're playing much better football over the last several weeks. They did drop one of the Broncos. Stroud got hurt in that game. Things were just not going their way in that Jags game. They were a little unlucky, and then boom, they came back and pulled it off. Very impressed with really both sides of the ball. I mean, the offense isn't crazy good or anything, but where they started this year, where they're at, the Titans, do they even want to win? The Texans got this one to make that playoff push here.
Push. Yeah, give me Houston.
Houston.
Obvious reason. Sorry, Pete.
No, it's obvious. I mean, I can't trust the Titans at all. But
Even if Davis Mills plays, right?
That's what I mean. This is a weird one though. Like if Davis Mills plays,
he looked pretty good at the end of that down the stretch.
Pretty solid. I mean, I still take the Texans here.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume everybody. I'm not even gonna look. No, I'm gonna look. Yep, Yeller's taking the Texans. The Texans and Mr. Trent, weekly winner, is taking Houston win, but Tennessee could pull off the random upset of the week. He says
could be. I mean, Texans come off emotional win. We always talk about that. Like they came back down 19 and pull it off. Titans off the bye week. They beat Houston last year.
That emotional thing hasn't been true this year, which is weird because like the Broncos winning that huge comeback against the Giants, everyone's like, "Oh, Broncos are losing the next week." Nope, that didn't matter. There's like a lot of that. That's true most times, but this year has been a weird year.
It's a strange year, folks. Everybody on the Texans there. Not really a surprise. Next game. Oh, Bears. Vikings. Junior's Bears. My Vikings. They're going at it again. They play each other in week 1. The Vikings pulled off a comeback. I don't know. This game probably goes a lot. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. What do you got, Junior? I don't know why I'm asking you.
Taking the Bears. Me and Dan are taking the Bears. We're thrilled to do it.
Oh,
we're
you
happy to be here.
You talked to Dan?
Talked to Dan. Yeah, we're just happy to be here, having a good time. Just winning games in weird, dramatic fashion, having a good time again. Did I say that yet?
No.
We like running the ball on teams. It's real nice. Nice 1-2 punch combo. It's weird because the run game where it was week 1 when these guys met to now, night and day difference.
True.
I think that's going to be a huge key here. You got to establish the run, establish it early. And I think
early and often.
This is a good game. This is a good game to kind of see where the teams
good one
have gotten to since week 1.
A nice good one. Yeller is on the Vikings. Pete?
Yeah, it's a weird one. I like the divisional splits, but I feel like the Bears have been getting away with a lot of these close ones, and maybe they do pull off another close one here.
They keep doing it. They just keep doing it.
And they're like tied. Aren't they like tied in division lead right now?
Yeah, with a negative point differential.
I just feel like it's just the way it works here. Like I feel like they're just not gonna if they win this game, like they're putting themselves in the driver's seats to win a division almost a little bit. I just have a feeling like the Vikings are gonna pull this one off at home. Just a weird, just kind of gut feeling here.
This is a big game for both teams. I think it's more of a must-win for the Vikings. But if the Bears win this, they're looking like might be a playoff team. We were talking a little bit ago that Niners game, Bears-Niners later in the year. That might be a huge one for like a 7, maybe 6.
Even Bears-Eagles too.
Black Friday.
Just playing teams in the NFC that are going to make the playoffs are going to be huge games if they win something like this. They win next week. It gets intense.
Yeah, that's a good one that can go either way. I mean, the last multiple since Kevin O'Connell's been with the Vikings, every Vikings game was like a thriller, crazy ending. It ends with decided by 3 points or less. This year, I feel like that's the Bears. They're kind of in that range. So put these teams together, we're destined for a photo finish that's going to be decided by 3 points or less here. Could go either way. Gernard might be out, who's the Vikings' best defensive player, and I feel like he always causes problems for the Bears' offense line and Caleb Williams, so that could be a big thing. Yeah, I think Pete was saying, could the Bears keep pulling off these wins? They're away in this one. This is much tougher of a defensive matchup. The Vikings defense has been a little hot and cold, though. But a specific matchup that I like here, love the Bears offense right now. Super explosive. I love that it's clutch. You could agree with me on this. If there's one wrong thing, one thing that's off, it's consistency in the red zone, finishing drives, right?
Yeah.
And the Vikings, even though their defense hasn't lived up to expectations, they are the best red zone defense in football right now. So that could be the difference. And I've noticed the line doesn't surprise me really, but the Vikings are favored by 3. I see a lot of betting experts saying that's a shocking line to them. And typically when the lines are shocking, Vegas knows something. So I'm going to lean with Minnesota here. Missing Gernard, if they are missing him, could be the deciding factor, I suppose. And the Bears could just have that clutch gene in them this year and pull it off at the end. So it should be a good one. I like that we got a split. Is it even more of a split here?
Yeah. It seems like it doesn't matter where these teams are at ever. It's just always going to be close games. Even last year,
there's been years where the Bears season's so long over, and the Vikings are amazing, but they got to win for a seed, and the Bears just play them insanely close.
Remember the onside kick game last year?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
It was like an ass beating to the Bears. Were almost in the right there. I don't know. He went to Chicago. Yeah, Chicago keeps on rolling and beats Minnesota in a fourth quarter thriller. It's a good prediction. It's sounds pretty accurate. So they're just a classic, good old-fashioned split for a classic rivalry game in the NFC North. What are the rivalry uniforms going to look like for our teams? I can't wait. Wonder what year that's going to be.
Maybe one time.
We'll get lucky. Packers, Giants. The Giants are going to go for 3 in a row, apparently wearing those throwback uniforms. I don't know if Dart's playing or not. The Packers are stinking it up on offense, but it doesn't really matter. They'll get things going here, and they're going to pull it off. Josh Jacobs goes wild. Packers bounce back. The defense is playing well. Dart could be out with that. It's how many concussions now? So yeah,
he got drilled.
He got popped. Dropped the ball. Didn't even know he landed on the ball. Didn't even know he landed on the ball. I don't know what happened there. I'm going to take the Packers. I think everyone's going to take
taking the Packers, but I'm going to be cheering on the Giants.
Could get that interim coach boost here
Oh, yep, that's true.
What if?
that the Titans didn't get.
Nope.
What if, Pete? This is serious. There was a week where we were breaking down all these coaches could get fired.
Did you hear that today?
What?
The LaFleur thing.
I heard the Packers if
Matt if he gets fired, like just blank check. Like I don't understand.
That's what I was gonna ask
This is
you.
the dumbest
he coached
thing.
a poor game last night.
I don't even care.
But I don't care either.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard in my
No,
entire
I
life.
heard weeks ago. I heard there's going to be a unnamed coach that could surprisingly the team could just decide to move in a direction. Now I'm hearing if the Packers are underwhelming at the end of the year, they could move on from
Some
LaFleur.
of you people out there, like, I mean, I was.
You people?
I was. Some of you people out there. No, some of you fans out there. Some of the writers even of these teams, like, the grass isn't greener on the other side. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Who they going to hire? McCarthy?
yeah.
Like 1 second you got Vrabel.
Once
AJ
you got
Brown
Mike
and Derrick
Vrabel, and you're
Henry.
like, oh, like we gotta take a next step up, and then this is what happens. You hit rock bottom.
Mariota went to the goal line,
Yeah.
so
And then
that
that was
Cam
it.
Ward could go to the dirt.
Ooh.
I
Yeller,
don't know.
Packers, Mr. Trend. Packers.
It really sounds like you're saying Trent.
Trend. Packers pack up the Giants in the ass beating of the week. I like it. I like it. Firm take, no BS, straight to the point. He's got it. He was your weekly winner for a reason, folks.
Yep. Cheerio.
We're going to get some good picks going. Wait, the last one was, oh, Bengals, Steelers. These two teams played in an absolute thriller a few weeks ago. And if you remember, not just me, but Pete, we weren't just like, I kind of feel
felt good.
This was an upset that we were really feeling. The Bengals were going to win the game. We called it. It happened. And this time around,
go the other
I'm
way.
very confident once again on my prediction, and I think the Steelers are going to beat that ass this time. I think it might be it might get out. The Bengals could score some points late. We know they're off the bye. They're off the bye. This defense is horrendous. There's talk about Joe Burrow coming back. Could that affect another thing? Since the Steelers and the Bengals played, and it wasn't that long ago, Steelers have tweaked some things on defense. They're playing more split safeties, not all the time. They have Jalen Ramsey playing more free safety. I know the Chargers got the best of them, but the Steelers defense was doing their part for most of that game. It kind of got out of hand. It was the offense's fault. The offense won't have a problem against the Bengals defense. The pressure of the Steelers pass rush, a lot more pressure lately. They got this one. They got it. Pete's on.
Yeah.
This might be.
Another one I was disappointed in, though. Like I was going on a rant about the Colts decided to just have a meatball day against the Steelers, and a lot of people picked the Steelers because they're like, oh, like, you know, this is where the Steelers are going to turn it on, the Colts are going to blow it, and I guess they were right. And then I fall for it and pick the Steelers over the Chargers because Joe Alt's out, and then that doesn't happen. But I'm going to go with the Steelers here. I think they bounce back after that loss. Embarrassing offensive performance, too. Arthur Smith better get the boys ready to go over there.
Yeah, but the good thing is you can be a little off your game and still move the ball and score on the Bengals, it seems. That defense is horrendous, and it's because they don't have the players for it right now.
Taking the Steelers as well. What we forget to mention here is that when these teams met, it was a Thursday night, and Thursday night's a wacky day for games. We've seen it this year. A lot of weird outcomes.
It was a whiteout, too.
The same thing happened when the Giants beat the Eagles on a Thursday. A lot of weird stuff was Thursday nights. So we can't read too much into it. Steelers are the better team right now.
Better team, better pizza. Don't give him a free plug. No free plug. Anything else?
That's all.
Steelers for old Yella. And
Yeah.
what's he got? Steelers win in a high-scoring shootout. I think the defense Steelers show. I mean, the Bengals will score points. Don't get me wrong, but I'm thinking. I'll have my score predictions picks against spread tomorrow every Wednesday for every single game. I'm going to have updated playoff predictions later this week after the weekly content. We're going to predict it all the way through the Super Bowl. It's going to be dead accurate. Be there.
Is Gary Trent here? Is he? Did he say what team is this?
Maybe we'll get to a take.
Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll get this. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't read all the way through it. Sometimes we get it in the takes of these guys. Like, I'm going with my team. Maybe he's just a football guy. Huge football guy.
Rob Lowe.
Right. Ooh, Chargers. Jags. Chargers starting to put some wins together, but they're still a little banged up on that offensive line, and they have been a little sus on the road. They got to travel to Jacksonville in this one. The Jags, they look good early in the game against the Texans, and they completely melted down. Catastrophic choke. I mean, it's an extra catastrophic choke because things really went their way early in this game. Yeah, like an interception, fumbled kickoff, this, that, and this. Things were going their way like they were earlier in the year, and they still couldn't pull it off. But the Texans, even though the Chargers defense is really tough, it's not the Texans defense. And Liam Cohen was a little frustrated after the game. I feel like the way he was talking, he's like, we're going to tweak some things, maybe both sides of the ball. They got to find ways to get pressure, a little easier. They can't really do it just rushing 4 right now against the Chargers offensive line. They might be able to do that. Pull it, get pressure. That could help them pull it off. So this is actually, I think this is one of the tougher ones to pick because the Chargers struggle on the road. But I don't know. The Jags really need, right now it just feels like they need a lot to happen to win football games. And they could win this one. I considered it, but I'm not going to trust them. I'm going to trust the Chargers. I'm going to trust Herbert. They had to tape up both ankles, and the guy's still cruising along like it's nothing. I'm betting on that guy. Give me that guy. Chargers.
Wow.
Wow. This is where I was talking about the effort. Did you guys see that Davis Mills touchdown run at the end? You see, they showed some of the Jags defenders, even Devin Lloyd and Josh Hines Allen. They just kind of giving up on the play, letting Davis Mills run for a touchdown on what was that, 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line.
Is it second or
It was
third?
pretty embarrassing, and I feel like we've been seeing Trevor Lawrence and Cohen, going at it in games on the field or on the sideline. Travis Hunter's done. They're 1-3 since a hot start. I feel like the wheels are falling off the Jaguars. I'm going with the Chargers in this one.
Junior's bolting up.
I'm bolting up. I'm sad because I feel like the Jags every year it's the same story. That's what it seems like anyway. It seems like no matter who they have on the team, they're going to have wins that make you thinking oh, maybe the Jags, like the Chiefs game. And then all of a sudden they're just going to show up last week and just blow these kind of games. That's a game you need to win.
Well, the Chiefs game, they did other stuff, but the 99-yard pick six, that doesn't happen. They might get shellacked in that game.
They had a punt return touchdown in that last game, right?
They had one.
Parker Washington.
Yeah, they had one in
against the Texans, I'm saying.
Yeah, they had one against the 49ers too, and they had 4 turnovers. They really need things to go their way right now, so they're hard to trust at the moment. Yeller is taking the Chargers. This would be a good upset pick, I think, and no one's gonna do it though. Wow, I considered this one because the Chargers away could be a little sus. But Mr. Ken Trend. Chargers win as the Jaguars' offense struggles. Chargers' defense is playing some really good football right now, so that is a key factor here as well. Okay, what's next? What do we got next? Oh,
man.
Seahawks, Rams. The Rams wearing those rivalry uniforms. I couldn't tell if they were black,
I think they're black
or if they're midnight blue. I think they're in between. Somebody else had that. The Dolphins was an in-between black and a dark. They had a name, dark. I don't know. So those are pretty hot uniforms. Puka Nakua is going to look so good in those.
So good.
The 2 best teams in football right now. Hands down, the 2 best teams. Not just the 2 best teams in the division. Not just the 2 best teams in the NFC. These are the 2 best teams in football. This could decide. They'll play each other again later. But this ultimately could decide who wins that division, who gets the 1 seed. This is a massive, massive game. And a little more of a test, obviously, for both these teams. They both played some good teams. They both beat up some good teams, even recently. But maybe for the Seahawks, it's been a little bit since they've seen this good of an offense. They saw the Bucks. They've had some injuries in that game. And it's for the Rams, it's been a little bit since they've seen as good of a defense as Seattle, even though they've played those teams that they're good on both sides of the ball, and they've beat them. But a little bit more of a test for both sides here. This game's going to be a good one. It's going to be a classic. It can go either way. It kind of feels like a coin flip right now. Anybody want to jump in?
Yeah.
I got my pick. Okay, go ahead.
Go?
You go ahead.
Taking the Rams at home
He's
in the
ramming
midnight
it up.
blues. They're going to
Unless
go
they're
in
black.
ramming,
I don't know.
Whatever they are. This is one of those that when they play again, I'm always going to take the home team here. This is both teams, like you said, best two teams in football. Potential playoff matchup. I mean, does it get better than this?
So you're saying they're splitting.
Yeah.
And the home teams are going to win.
Yep.
When I saw this matchup, my gut was telling me they are splitting, and my gut's really on fire, telling me that the road dogs are going to win. I'm feeling the Seahawks in this one. They, for some reason, play better on the road, but that's really not why I'm picking them. There's a couple reasons here. And like I said, I'm feeling most likely I'm going to pick the Rams next time around. These are the two best teams in football. I'm on record the last several weeks saying right now, and I'll update my playoff predictions this weekend, but I've been saying the Rams are my Super Bowl favorite, so it doesn't change really by this regular season prediction. This could go either way, but yeah, all of a sudden it feels like things are flipping. It's more of the defenses are winning games right now. Defenses are starting to click in, and the Seahawks defense is a new test for the Rams. I think they'll be fine offensively, but the Seahawks are maybe a slightly more balanced than the Rams right now. So I'm just, my gut's telling me Seattle. Go with Seattle right now in this one. Also, the Rams, I know McVay and company. I know for a fact they do this. I've said it for the year they won the Super Bowl. I said it going into the playoffs. They don't show all their cards in the regular season. They hide shit in the back pocket for down the stretch. So it would be a Rams move to kind of they try to win, of course, but hey, just go out there and just play football, try to win this one. The next game, if we have to go all out, we do that. And in the playoffs, of course. So there's multiple reasons kind of steering me towards Seattle here. It's a 50-50 game. I'll go with Seahawks. That's my gut.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm kind of back and forth. I will say I feel like, remember the Rams and the Niners game, the Niners jumped out at a big lead. Like if the Seahawks do that, I think the Rams are going to be in trouble, but I just have a feeling the Rams are going to pull this one off. Stafford has had a really good season. I think he's the MVP so far. I think he continues that even against the Seattle defense. I don't know if the Seattle defense has been tested as much as they will be in this one. And I feel like Stafford's had success against McDonald's defense. I know it's a little bit different this year than last year, but he had some success last year against them. I expect him to keep rolling.
Good point. The Rams had success against Sam Darnold last year twice, too. That had me thinking, too. My gut's just – can argue either side evenly. My gut was just saying, oh, Seahawks. Yeller is taking the Rams. It's just going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm by myself here. Right?
It's a good one, yeah. Yeah.
Rams win a tough division showdown. Ooh. I saw this on the schedule 2 weeks ago, right, where I kind of saw these two teams were the best in football, and I'm like, my gut right then and there was telling me Seattle pulls this off on the road. The Rams are wearing those rivalry uniforms, though. Watch out. That could be it. But even though the Seahawks aren't wearing theirs, I think theirs are the best. But they actually wear them next time they play the Rams. I'm pretty sure I'm picking the Rams next time. But there you have it. I'm by myself on Seattle. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. I'm wanting some more of it.
Nice.
What do we got next? Another NFC West showdown. The 49ers and the Cardinals. The Cardinals look like they were getting back on track after the Cowboys game. They got shellacked right from the start to the Seahawks last week. It's a tough matchup. The Niners, they're pulling off some impressive wins while being banged up. They could start to get some guys here and there healthier. We'll see. We'll see about Ricky Pearsall. They got beat up by the Rams last week, but it's a really good team, obviously. Started to fight back a little bit. This could be a good game. The last time they played, it was really early in the year. It looked like the Cardinals had it. The 49ers pulled it off. Ended up being a 1-point squeaker. Could be a really good game here. What do you guys think?
Going with the Niners.
He's going with the Niners.
Is that Brock Purdy going to be back anytime
That's a good
soon,
question.
or?
Could play this week. We will see. Junior?
Taking the Niners.
He's taking the Niners.
I think we said it last week. I think Gannon's on. He's on watch right now. The seat is heating up.
Yeller's taking the Niners. Who's he got?
Niners shut down the Cardinals.
Shut them down. Well, I guess we're going back to back on it. I'm feeling the Cardinals in this game. My gut was really going on this one. First, I got to say this. I know it's unfortunate. Every week I got to say I got to monitor some injuries here. I have to monitor some defensive injuries for the Cardinals for me to feel great about this pick here. But man, I am feeling good about it if some of these guys play. I'm looking at Mack Wilson, very underrated linebacker. He was out last week, and they had 2 stud young corners out, Max Melton and Will Johnson. I need Mac Wilson to play, and I need at least one of those corners to play. I think it's realistic that all 3 are back. I guess 2 could be out. Maybe all 3 could be out. We'll see. But the Cardinals really been playing better since Jacoby Brissett's been back in there. They looked really good when they finally got healthier on defense against the Cowboys, and then boom, they're back to being beat up again on defense against Seattle. They had things really not going their way. They had 2 touchdowns. They allowed 2 touchdowns to Seattle's defense. They're getting constant pressure on Brissett. And then they were starting to fight back a little bit. The offense can move the ball. The problem is they even in the Cowboys game they were moving the ball, but they even in that game they were struggling to protect Brissett. He was constantly getting pressured instantly. Here is where I feel okay about it, though. The 49ers are dead last in the NFL in sacks. Now, that doesn't tell you everything. Doesn't mean they're not going to get pressure or anything like that. They recently got Huff back, but Micah Williams went down, obviously. They traded for Keon White. So do those guys make a difference? I'm sure they could. But I think Brissett, for the most part, could actually be kept a little more clean than he has been, especially last week. They won't let the defense score any touchdowns. They'll move the ball, and that's why it's big if those big-time defensive players play or not, because when the Cardinals' defense is healthy, this is a really good defense, very underrated. So I need those guys to play. Mac Wilson, one of those corners. I think the Cardinals I think they'll do it. I'm confident with that one, actually. Oddly confident. They're only underdogs by 2.5, too, so Vegas might know something there. I honestly think it should be like a pick game at home wearing the all-black uniforms, but again, we don't know how healthy they are. But again, the 49ers, lately, even in wins, you're starting to kind of see, like, all right, that's a beat-up team. Earlier in the year, it's like they don't even look like they're injured. Like, they're playing great. It's starting to kind of show a little bit. Could the Cardinals get Trey Benson back, too? It's about that time. Some factors here. Brissett's getting the ball to McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm feeling this one. I'm feeling it.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm feeling it. I'm really surprised. I thought I'd be by myself in this one. I'm really surprised I'm by myself on the Seahawks game. Like, I know it's the Rams. They're legit. I thought maybe we'd have some sort of split.
50-50 really.
2 in a row by myself. Again, if
Can we make it 3 in a row?
all those corners are out and if Mac Wilson's out, I might have to take the knee. Even though I can still see the Cardinals winning. So that's something to monitor. I'll have my score predictions tomorrow. I'll have my playoff predictions later in the week.
Let's go 3 in a row.
All right, I'll take the Browns. No, I'm kidding. All right. Well, I mean, the Browns have a shot. The Ravens always kind of lay some stinkers
They do against
in the division.
It's always a division thing.
Yeah.
But Ravens are going now. They're getting going.
They're going. They're getting
They're going.
They got to finish drives a little bit better.
They'll win the division.
Yeah? What if Burrow comes back and the Bengals just get going?
No, their defense is way too stinky.
But maybe they score like 50 a game?
They already score a lot of points a game.
50?
They put up 42 and lost to the Bears.
What do we
true.
got for – he's got the Ravens. Win as the Browns will turn the ball over a lot.
Starting the
Trent.
Ravens D this week, huh?
Did you guys see Dylan Gabriel's press conference?
It was fake. It was AI. AI's been crazy, man. He turned into a baby.
It's really weird.
Just waddled away.
Well, I don't know.
Well, okay. That was a quick one.
Yeah, obvious.
Ooh, Chiefs, Broncos. Broncos with one of the best records tied best record in football. They're on a huge win streak. They just find ways late in games, even if it's not pretty. The Chiefs been very inconsistent. They are off the bye. Even when Denver hasn't been that great and the Chiefs been elite, the Broncos at home in the altitude, maybe give them some problems here and there. So this is one.
And then the Chiefs blocked the field goal. Remember that? Was that last year?
Oh, yeah. So this is one I could see the Broncos winning, at home, altitude. They had a little bit extra time to prepare because they played last Thursday. They're going to talk about tweaking some things on offense to get them going. But the Chiefs were on a bye and coming off a loss. I'm going to trust them here. I just trust the Chiefs a little bit more. The Broncos, they're on a win streak. It's tough to win any week in this league, so it's impressive what they're doing. They have a really good defense. The offense is pretty decent in the fourth quarter, but I don't know if this can keep up. But luck's a little bit been on their side a little bit there. And the Chiefs are a different task. Their offense and defense. Again, no Surtain out there could be a factor. The Chiefs off the bye. I'm going to trust them. I could see the Broncos winning at home though.
Taking the Chiefs on the road here.
I think a lot of people are going to take the Chiefs in this one. Everyone's expecting
could see the Broncos doing it, though.
I think the
know.
Broncos are a little.
Bo Nix is pretty rough.
He's
He's pretty
stinky.
rough to watch. Yeah, I mean, the defense is keeping them in games for sure. Just the pass rush. Obviously, Surtain locking down, one side of the field pretty much. But I think the Chiefs could move the ball, especially with Rice having a couple games under his belt now. I think Kelsey gets going a little bit here too.
I agree.
Who
Good
else did I
matchup.
say? I mean, they got a lot of weapons. The Chiefs got the full force of weapons going here.
Yeller's going Chiefs. Really, no one's going to pick the Broncos? Wow, I thought somebody would do it. I considered it. If it was Chiefs in Kansas City, I wouldn't have considered. I would just bet like Chiefs all day here. But in Denver, interesting. Ken Trend, the weekly winner. Chiefs push through Denver's defense to pull off the close win in the Mile High City. I'm really surprised no one went Broncos here. Really surprised no one went Seattle with me, too. Still surprised about that, even though, again,
Sorry.
it's the Rams. I guess it's not that shocking.
Sorry.
It's all right. I forgive you. What do we got? Oh, my God. In my opinion, not just the toughest game to pick this week, the toughest game to pick this year, maybe. I've been back and forth all day.
Who you got your Lions blue on?
I do have my Lions blue. Lions at Eagles. Eagles just played in I don't know what that was. On Monday Night Football. Bad coaching for both sides. Bad offense for both sides. Hey, pretty good defense. The Eagles' defense is improving. Jalen Phillips making an impact, playing very well. The team's playing very well. The defense playing very well in coverage as well, and they pull off that win. So are they improving? This is so weird. This is so weird because these are two heavyweights, right? But we're in Week 11, and I just don't know. We know these teams are really good, and they're contenders probably. I don't know how good these teams are actually right now. Does that sound stupid? Is that like it doesn't feel like I mean they were both juggernauts last year. I feel like
kind of like it's around the league though.
yeah.
I mean, we talked about the Seahawks and the Rams. Like I trust the Seahawks and the Rams, but after that, I don't know who I really trust. Like I don't know if I do like the Patriots. I don't know if I trust them in the playoffs though. Like they're not a proven team in the playoffs yet. The Colts, do you trust
the
do you
Chiefs
trust
I
the
trust.
Colts? Or
I don't. The Colts and the Broncos are teams that are
That's
going to
what I mean.
get bounced, I think.
I think these two
Don't
teams
mean to be mean.
are pretty similar to what we talked about with the Bills and the Bucks
Yeah.
a little earlier. Like those are two
But
teams that like we know like they've proven to win in the playoffs and they're contenders, but like right now it's just not looking like very good ball by either team.
I mean, they're picking it up.
like it's not consistent.
But the Eagles, when they can't run the ball, which has been actually often, when they can't run the ball, the offense just doesn't look good, even though Hurts can hit his star receivers, which is possible in this game. Terrion Arnold came out with a concussion last game, so could that be a factor? Their defense playing well. But then the Lions, 2 weeks ago against Minnesota, it was kind of evident like this offense just isn't the same. The play calling's not the same. The pass protection's nowhere near the same, and that's
Dan
making
Campbell
Goff.
took it over.
And then Dan Campbell took it over. It looked awesome last week, but
Commanders.
they played the command. Like you can't tell. Can you tell anything from that? So I don't know what to do here. I don't
I'll
know.
kick off.
The Lions stopped the run pretty well.
I'll kick off.
I'll kick off.
Who wants to
Goff.
kick off?
I'll kick off.
Oh yeah, give me
the
Lions.
Goffs.
I
Give me
knew
the
he's-
Goffs.
You too?
Yeah, give me those Lions.
God, I was gonna do it
I
too.
want
We look
Dan
like
Campbell,
assholes.
calling the plays here.
God.
I think that's kind of the.
That's what I was leaning with.
I know it's the Commanders we just talked about, but it's a little. I think it's a little underrated. Like
It's in Philly on Sunday night though.
I know it's
It's,
crazy.
it's actually not gonna be that cold, but it might be a little chilly. Not like Monday.
I compared Vrabel to Campbell, like the similar coaches, leader of men, CEO type guys. But you got to remember, Vrabel was a defensive guy. Dan Campbell was a tight end in the NFL. He knows offensive scheme.
I can't believe it.
And I think they are going to have. I think it wasn't just like a fluke against the Commanders. The offense. I think Eagles defense obviously a lot better than the Commanders defense, but I think the offense is going to get some stuff going.
You just broke
They
it down.
They
because
got Jamison Williams involved a lot more. He made some.
He's
huge
too good to not
That's
be.
what I mean.
Like,
They made some huge plays. Got him, like they purposely got him the ball, and they will continue to do that.
Here's my thing though. I got to monitor some offensive line injuries. Taylor Decker, Sewell, Ratledge, they all been a little banged up coming out of last game. They got to play. Well, we know the Lions are beat up at corner and safety. If all these guys are out, the Eagles might dice them up. Right, so another one we have to monitor injuries. But like I said, maybe the toughest game to pick this year. It's in Philly on Sunday night, but But I was kind of like, yeah, Campbell might. I don't want to say he fixed. Like, I don't want. There's a lot of people out there like, oh, it's all fixed. No worries. It's not really a good thing if you have to make that move at this point in the season. But it did look good. I'm not going to buy all in because of a Commanders outing, but it's a tough game plan for the Eagles. Like, does the film every other week besides the Commanders even matter when we're watching offense? It kind of gets in their heads a little bit. And do I trust the Eagles to score enough against the Lions? And the defense of the Eagles is playing pretty well, but if you really look at that Packers game, the Packers actually moved to midfield or in the Eagles' territory fairly easy, and then Love either held the ball too long or missed the throw or receiver dropped it. I think the Lions will execute. Tough game plan, but if they're missing a lot of guys, yeah, you have to go Philly, like we said. But this is going to be wild. I don't know if we've ever had a more wild guarantee in the history of the Goat House. This could potentially look really bad. Really bad. But it's a guarantee, though, right?
That's right.
I'm shocked by that.
I didn't watch it.
I was leaning with the Lions, even though it was a toss-up because the game plan Campbell taking over thing. But
this next one, though, you might not want to watch.
Sunday,
I don't know.
Ken Trent, Sunday Night Classic, as I believe Detroit will find a way to beat Philly in a thriller. And he said, hopefully. So either he's a Lions fan or maybe he's not an Eagle. Maybe he's a fan of another NFC East team. I don't know. Sounds like maybe a Lions guy. This is the most shocking guarantee of all time. Not because the Lions. Well, obviously, I think the Lions can win. I picked them, but we do have to monitor some injuries. Like I said, it's going to be a classic on Sunday Night Football here. I'm surprised. I was getting a little nervous. I might have another lone dog pick, but we're all on the Lions here. Monday, I want to watch this one. What are you talking about?
Well, some people might not be able to watch it.
Oh, might not. Okay, because of shenanigans.
I can't either because YouTube.
I can watch it. Come over, guys. Come over. Cowboys, Raiders. I think it's gonna be exciting. A lot of offense, a lot of explosive, a lot of offense. Yeah, a whole lot of offense.
I guess the Raiders could get going because the Cowboys' defense is really bad.
The Raiders will get going, and it's not the Broncos' defense. It's the complete opposite. It's the Cowboys. They'll get Brock Bowers going. They'll get Genty going.
True.
Geno throws interceptions, but he could sling it, right, if he's healthy. So this is gonna be back and forth. I think high scoring, and then you could argue. Which defense do you trust more? Well, neither, but you trust the Raiders' defense a little bit more, so you could argue the Raiders' pick here. Maybe they control the clock with Genty, but I think a big factor, kind of a 2-for-1 that they go together here, is the Cowboys are off the bye after adding some key players to the trade deadline. I can't wait to watch Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson, and Overshown might be back. Just think about it. It was Kenneth Murray in... they were mixing some different guys in there. They couldn't decide at linebacker, and now it could be Logan Wilson and DeMarvion Overshown, and that's a significant difference. With Quinnen Williams on the interior, the defense still going to give up all kinds of yards and points, but I'm going to trust the Cowboys to make those splash plays after those splash additions off the bye. And specifically, I mean, multiple guys will be successful on the Cowboys offense. Same with the Raiders. Brock Bowers, Ashton Jeffy, but CeeDee Lamb, I think he tears up a lot of defenses, but I think specifically because the specific matchup, I've noticed the Raiders, when they have played decent slot receivers, and CeeDee Lamb's more than a slot receiver, he plays outside a bit too, but they've kind of struggled giving up a lot of action to those guys. CeeDee Lamb's going to have a career game, and that's saying a lot. The guys, I don't need to break down CeeDee Lamb to everyone. He's gonna go bonkers here.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys.
And he's closer than people think, though.
What happened to Jalen Tolbert? Like he was good. Yeah. He was good last year. I feel like they don't even use him anymore.
Another big deciding factor here: the Raiders' offensive line is banged up. Definitely a little banged up here.
Taking the boys.
Quinnen Williams debuted Monday Night Football.
Bless you. Thank you.
Yep. I think he's going to be like real. He wanted to get out of it. It was actually kept quiet.
I think he's going to go off in this game. I think it's going to be like It's just gonna be a breakout performance in prime time.
And he wanted out.
His showing in Dallas. I think, or not in the game's not in Dallas, but for Dallas.
I'm predicting him because his contract for his skill level is because he's under contract for multiple years, but it's pretty. I don't know the right word. What's the word? It's pretty affordable. It's pretty reasonable. It's very reasonable. Yeah, it's great value. So I'm predicting him to ask Jerry for a raise, which is kind of funny because the Cowboys didn't want to pay up for other guys. But he's going to have to play to that raise. I think it starts right here. So I wanted to add that as well. Yeller's taking the Cowboys. Ken Trent? Cowboys will win in either dominant or ugly fashion. I like that. I like it. There you have it. I thought somebody line's 3.5 could go either way.
I think the Cowboys make a little bit of a run here.
Playoff push.
I mean, the Commanders seem like they're out
but
of it.
they have the Eagles next, I think. Are they going to beat the Eagles? We'll see.
I think the Commanders are a little out of it now. I think the Giants are obviously out of it. I think the Cowboys might make a little push at the Eagles.
Oh. Defense is stinky, though. They got a little better.
They got some additions
but it's
here.
still going to be bad.
We'll see.
Eberflutz, it's not his name, but somebody used to call him that. Was that Junior? I don't know.
I would never.
Okay.
What do we got this week?
Oh, my playoff prediction at the end of the week. Stay tuned for that.
You want to switch shares?
We'll fix it next week. Just two bye teams. The Red Hot Saints.
Oh.
And the Colts, who got back on track. What are you guys thinking here?
Oh, man.
When the Saints go
the Saints might be the
in.
team of the week. I mean, Tyler Shuck, their franchise quarterback. You see all these Saints fans just going nuts about Tyler Shuck? Like he's like...
Bye team of the week? Is that what you said?
No, it wasn't even a good game. They're offenders. They're just terrible.
Oh.
They're still in... Aren't they still in cap space? Just hell over there?
It's clearing up. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. We're finally getting there, folks.
Oh.
I mean, it's still not going to be great this next year, but they're getting there.
They're still not very good.
Junior?
Yeah, they're buns. I'm going to throw them in offenders with Petey over
They're
here.
booty cheeks?
Yeah, they're booty cheeks.
Not
Not the good kind.
The Coats.
The Coats.
What do you think about the Coats?
I think they're... You want me to go first? For
Yeah,
this
you
one?
go first.
I think they're contenders. I'm buying the hype of the Colts. I think they play some good ball. The last couple weeks, yeah, they've split. They lost to the Steelers and then won this week. So they're starting to show a little bit, like come down to earth a little bit, but they're still good. I think Jonathan Taylor is unreal.
That was a strange, my takeaways from that game, which I think should be everyone's takeaways. I don't know if the takeaway is the right word, but it was a weird game because one part of me is like, things went the Falcons' way. The Colts shouldn't have went for it on fourth twice. They did. They didn't get it. They could have taken the points. They would have won. Things went in there. The turnovers, the Falcons, things went their way. They had control for a bit, and they still let it go to overtime, and they still didn't win. How did the Falcons not win? But then I look at the Colts, I'm like, you moved the ball pretty easily all game. Jonathan Taylor ran for 5,742 yards, and it took overtime to win. So it's like, even though it was a crazy game, I kind of have negative for both sides in a way. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, the Colts fans are going to be mad. I'm going to put them in chicken tenders.
You're not going to trust them in the playoffs.
I don't. I mean, I think they could win a playoff game, but I think that's as far as I can go.
Two stretching it?
On a Saturday afternoon?
That's what I mean. Like, Daniel Jones did win a playoff game with the Giants, but I think, I just couldn't trust him. I think Steichen's a good coach. They do have a lot of weapons. Jonathan Taylor's having a great year. I don't know if I trust the defense fully either. I don't think the defense is top 10 in the league. Like, they're just kind of in the middle of the pack. But I think there's a couple things holding them back from being contenders yet.
Okay. There you have it. Colts and Saints. Any zingers?
Tenders, huh? Wow.
What?
Chicken tenders.
Any zingers for us?
I don't think I got no zingers.
I think I kind of ran out of stories. I'm sure there's plenty of stories, but nothing?
No, I don't got no
Oh,
stories.
my God. We're leaving. Everybody's disappointed. Leaving them empty-handed here.
I guess I have a weird thing.
Say it.
So, and it's kind of similar how last time I talked about that weird greeting I got at work.
Okay.
So there's this other guy at this other place I go, and he's one of those guys that, the people that they really just use nicknames way too much. It's like the boss man people or those kind of people. He has a new name for me every time I see the guy. And it's like, oh, what's up, big money? It's like, dude, stop. It's
Big money.
Don't call me that.
Big money.
It's always
Do you
different.
think he's like trying to do that? Just every time he sees you, he's just gonna try a different nickname.
I gave him smelling. I let him try the smelling salts.
Oh,
Because he seems like a cool dude. He's always.
Was he piped up after you let him smell those?
Yeah, he had this huge thing of coffee, and I said, hey, you want to know what works better than that? And he goes, what? And I said, give me a second. I ran out, got him, brought him in. He took a whiff.
Boom.
Dude is wired.
Boom. Well, okay, that's going to do it for Week 11 Pick'ems. We'll be back next week with Week 12 Pick'ems. Got all kinds of content every day of the week. Join us. Like, subscribe to No Games On. Thanks for watching.
Tonight.
Goodbye. Said hike.